Giant metal suit, ultra violence, brought to you with plenty of ultraviolet. This is Forsaken Gods, number 1. What's up, party people? It's me, Double A, and I've got just a great book. Forsaken Gods, number 1 by Fresher Luke. This is totally a recommend. I don't know where you can get this. So if I find an Etsy store or something like that I can post a link to, I'd be happy to. Otherwise, I'd say just wait for the sequel. So let's get into it. Let's talk about this gosh darn book and why it's so good. So the swiggity swag that came in the bag that this book was in was pretty solid. I was in the first 100 people to back, so I got an extra enamel pin and an exclusive card. Pretty sweet, along with 4 stickers, which are decorating my laptop right now because they look so neat. The card is oversized, and that only bugs me so much because this book is like undersized. I actually do like the form factor of this book, but it's just so funny. Like, you made the card bigger, the book smaller. What are you doing? This thing won't fit on my bookshelf and look good next to anything, unfortunately, because of its size. But that's okay. I'll keep it stored until Volume 2 comes out, and then it'll have a buddy that it can sit next to. You guys in the chat, what are we going to call this form factor? Because it's smaller than a standard comic, but it's definitely bigger than an ash can. So, bit shorter, bit thicker. I'm going to call it a chode comic, but you tell me in the chat what is the best approach for this comic. Let's make chode comic format a thing. So here we have a special thanks. I really appreciate that in crowdfunded books. You don't always need to thank every backer, but to thank the people who kind of, put you on their platform and talk about the book. We've got a couple names we recognize here. Narwhal, Shay the Red, Clint Stoker, El Gargoyle, my man, Doug DeNaple, John Malin, Mark Pellegrini, Timothy Lim. Let's see here. Mostly, I'm looking for the people that I recognize. Michael Bancroft, of course, Doc Salem, Adam Post, Albino Thunderbuns, George Alexopoulos, Von Klaus, Dan Fraga, Pete Sametti, Graham Nolan. Man, just like a wide variety of people. This guy's got a pretty well-rounded audience, I'm assuming. So, to get into the story itself, the story's solid. It really is. The guy had 64 pages to tell a compelling story and does a very good job. There's like one story point that I'm going to bring up that, kind of, it's not so great for me, but that's okay. It really is just like a minor nitpicky thing. So basically, there are these gods, they fought, they died. All of their armor and weaponry got scattered throughout the land, and now there's somebody who's just a bit brave enough to find them. This is Samara, our protagonist, and she's first off drawn beautifully. She's given these nice full lips with these bright eyes with wonder, these little eyelashes around. She's given very feminine features and a short haircut. For those of you who are under 15 watching this, first off, I said it's not for kids. But secondly, this is what we would call a tomboy. This does not necessarily mean that she is into certain people for any reason. She just likes her hair short and wants to go on adventures. Let's bring back the word tomboy, huh, folks? So she's hired these thugs who are definitely not going to stab her in the back later on because she wants to get the armor of Armageddon. This is something I like about this character. Look, she's clearly very excited about this. She's enthusiastic about discovery and finding things for herself. She likes the legends of the land. I believe Fresher Luke described her as an archaeologist, and that totally fits. She's very adventurous, but she understands her limitations, hence the hired hands. She needs some muscle to help her on this quest. So I like that sort of understanding from the character. They go through with the promise that they'll be able to take all the treasure from the main room where the armor will be in, And this is just one of several moments where Fresher Luke shows that he can really set something up and deliver on it a few pages later very effectively. The one little story thing that I don't quite like is her reason for getting the armor is to put it in her brother's museum. And look, maybe this, will be developed a bit more with supplemental material or perhaps the sequel. But right now, I've never seen her brother. I don't know her brother. So this motivation, it kind of rings hollow. It's just because I don't have any association with the brother yet. So if anything, I'm looking forward to a sequel to see more about her brother, and I guess her grandmother's living too. That wasn't explained in the book. That was just on the Indiegogo page. So, folks, if you're not drinking it in already, I mean, this book's just got fantastic art. We've got dark darks, and then on the other side, we have my Prius. We've got some light lights. So, nice and bright, empty room. So you can see there's no treasure here. Again, Fresher Luke sets it up and delivers within a few pages. I really, really like that in a story. It just kind of follows. Hey guys, come get this armor with me. You can get whatever treasure's in the room. Oi, right, sure, I'll follow you, and we'll get all the treasure in the room. Uh-oh, there's no treasure. What's going to inevitably happen? Right. She's going to get stabbed in the back, like real bad. So look at these soft feminine features, the little nose, the tiny chin, the eyelashes. Fresher looks also very good at communicating like this sort of cartoonish uh-oh moment. I don't know, something about the way that this face is drawn with that super long neck. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm getting nitpicky, folks, because I really can't find much bad with this book. I really can't. So another great character moment, Samara is so wrapped up in her map, she's saying, there's got to be another room where the treasure really is, because this doesn't look right. This doesn't look like my map. Again, I'm not going to reveal much. Fresher Luke is setting it up here, folks, and he delivers in a few pages. She's so wrapped up in this moment that she kind of forgets the situation she's put herself in. Another great character moment. Not, would you call this naivete? I don't know. But it's good. So these guys who I didn't even memorize their names, what happens to them happens, because guess what? This armor of Armageddon, it wakes up and swack. Just solid onomatopoeia, great lettering, nice and thick and straight lines, and got a bunch of blood going on. You guys know how I love the gore. We got all of these little lines going, boo, action, pay attention here. We've got slight shadow on the head in the back. Guys, man, Fresher Luke's a talent, man. This is crazy. I gotta check out that other comic book that he did. I think it was called, like, Bikini Cowboy? Bikini Cowgirl probably sounds more appropriate. Anyway, so the armor of Armageddon goes on a splashing spree. I want you guys to pay attention to the little bit of storytelling that's going on here. I won't explain too much. Samara, she got to a place where she kind of sort of awakened this thing, and she's not aware of it yet, but look at the slight touches of ultraviolet as we go along, panel to panel. It starts to get deeper pinkish hue until finally, like, it saturates everything. And it's because Skull Knights up, players! Ah! So, Skull Knights, I don't know if gimmick's appropriate. Skull Knight can only speak by screaming very loud. I like that. It makes for some humorous moments towards the end. And oh wow, this is just a great couple of panels. The action's so cool. Ladies and gentlemen, I really can't show you too much more of the book. I've shown too much, honestly. If there's a request made to take this down, I get it. It's so good. You guys got to buy this somehow. Any hizzle, we got some art commissions in the back. This one I like quite a bit because it's by a man, Jose Garcia. He's a fantastic artist. Check him out if you haven't already. He's worked on projects like Viking Wolf. He's got his own Luminavox. I might drop a link there if you can. Support that guy. He's just a brilliant artist. I forget who did this. I like it, though. And then we've got some of the behind-the-scenes, like, concept art. I feel like if you slapped a From Software logo on here somewhere, you could temporarily break the internet. And he, Fresher Look kind of goes into where it all started, how much time he spent on it. From what I understand, it's been a couple years. Like 8 years. It seems like that's about the time. Like 8 years is about the point it takes for you to go from like very first idea to full-fledged like project. It's just really cool all over. I don't do ratings. I don't do like ABC. I just kind of tell you yay or nay. It's absolutely worth backing. Fresher Look delivers. I don't know if there was much issue getting this thing out. I'll have to look back through the campaign updates, but honestly, I feel like it was done in a timely fashion. The book was in great quality when it arrived, and obviously, it's showing some wear because I've read this thing 3 times. 3 times, folks. I really enjoy this book, and I think that you will too. Drop a like, share if you can. Let me know if there are any projects you want me to look at. I've got a few of them. I've got some down the line that I'm trying to review. I've got an anthology series that I'm trying to review, and it's growing increasingly difficult because each story in the anthology is like 6 pages. So if I look at 2 pages, it's like, okay, that's 50% of the book, thanks. Or that's 50% of the story. And it's such a mix of, yes, that's cool, no, that's not, that by the end I come out like, eh. Anthologies are hard, man. I like them. Nobody else does. So I guess I got to review it. But anyway, I'll talk to you lovely folks later. Bye-bye. Adios. Vaya con Dios. Vaya con Diosos. Ay, caramba.